At this point, detectives can't definitively place Tony Tung at the murder scene. All they know is that he wasn't where he said he was at the time of the killing. Thankfully, their search for evidence continues to yield results.
We obtained search warrants for Tony's residence, computer business. We got communication data warrants for his telephone, for his computers.
We wrote 55 search warrants. That's a lot for a homicide.
Tony Tung was a very, in my judgment, intense and intelligent man. He was every bit the chess player. And the evidence in this case suggests that he indeed was a careful, deliberate chess player.
The investigation's focus begins to sharpen when detectives review items seized from Tung's apartment.
We found a whole folder full of information that was in Tony's file cabinet of Robert Cantor, phone numbers, information on Robert Cantor's family, things like that.
He took a picture of my brother off the refrigerator, and it seemed so weird to me, just so weird.
We're gonna start processing the hard drive on this.
Thanks. In addition to the folders and file cabinets, investigators also examined Tung's computer. It, too, proves to be a treasure trove of circumstantial evidence.
This case was unique in that once we started to get more involved in it, we saw how many ways Tony Tung tried to cover his tracks.
I'm discovering that there was a tool installed on his hard drive called CCleaner. And CCleaner can be installed and run, if you will, in a mode that allows for complete data destruction. And CCleaner was run in that mode.
More telling is when Tony Tung tried to erase his hard drive.
The CCleaner data destruction occurred several hours after the homicide. And that ran for several hours until the prior history of the computer was destroyed. In spite of the data destruction that occurred, I was able to recover forensic artifacts in a swap file.
Essentially, a swap file is a hidden log of a computer's actions. In this case, the swap file paints a disturbing picture of Tony Tung's behavior in the weeks leading up to the murder.
We found information that Mr. Tung installed a keylogger on Sophie's machine to capture her username and password so that he could go log into her email account later and download those emails. There were approximately 299 emails that were downloaded by Mr. Tung that were between Sophie and Robert. One thing that I found on the computer that was also quite interesting was Mr. Tung's use of Tor.
Tor stands for the onion router. It is literally based on the fact that you have to peel layers away to get where you want to go.
Tor is used to basically hide your tracks when you're browsing the internet.
Ultimately, computer analysts recover Tony Tung's browser history as well as his deleted emails. They hand them over to detectives, who make another important discovery.
We got thousands. It was insane, the amount of emails that we got. And we went through all of them. And in one of the emails, we found that Tony had emailed a link looking for a Walther PK 380 gun. So that was huge for us because we knew that there was a 380 caliber gun that was used in the murder.
The email doesn't prove Tung bought the gun, but it does prove he looked for one. And there's more.
We have Tony Tung emailing a friend who lived in Texas, inquiring if he could purchase this 380 magazine for a gun. So if you're looking for a magazine, you're gonna make the assumption that you must have had a 380 gun. We got the warrant for his arrest, and we went to his residence early morning.
Tony Tung, step outside, please. You're under arrest for the murder of Robert Cantor.
turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Once in custody, Tung refuses to cooperate and pleads not guilty to the charges against him.